Welcome back to the Road to B.A.L. 2026 on the FIBA YouTube channel as we continue coverage in the East Division play, Group E, as we get ready for the third and final game of the day as Matero Magic faces Ferroviario de Beira. Both teams successful in their opener yesterday, and one of them will go up 2-0, which could be a big advantage heading into the rest of the week. This is Aaron Sanders. Thank you for joining us on the FIBA YouTube channel, wherever you may be, and hope you're enjoying your day too. This has been great basketball so far. Ferroviario being introduced right now. They are representing Mozambique after winning their 6th LMB title last year in order to qualify for this year's Road to BAL. They have appeared in the Basketball Africa League twice. Their recent appearance back in 2023 where they lost in the quarterfinals. They defeated the Basket Hounds by 34 yesterday in a game where they collected 64 rebounds, and they were led by Ayad Mungwambi, who had a double-double of 12 points and 12 rebounds. That's your player to watch heading into their game against the Magic. The Magic, they won 68-59 against the Dolphins yesterday. They represent Zambia by winning the nation's basketball championship. They're 12th overall, so they know a thing or two about success and a dynasty in their country, but they have never played in the B.A.L. They're hoping to change that within the next few games. So we'll have the opening tip-off between the Matero Magic and Ferroviario in Group B East Division play in just a few moments. Stand by. You're watching Day 2 of the Road to BAL 2026 on the FIBA YouTube channel. We're moments away from tip-off between the Matero Magic and Ferroviario de Beira in the Group E East Division play to wrap up day 2 of the Road to B.A.L. 2026. Once again, I'm Aaron Sanders on the FIBA YouTube channel on the call. Glad that you're joining us as we see Mark Silin taking the court along with Lars Ishimwe. And Omar Thielmans is part of the starting 5 for Matero. Ferroviario wearing their white uniforms, green trim, Matero Magic, navy blue jerseys, and white trim and numbers. It will be Helton Ubizi who will be tipping it off with Corey Boyd. Matero's never made an appearance in the B.A.L. Ferroviario has made 2 appearances. Last time they made it back in 2023, where they lost in the quarterfinals. Both teams won their respective championships. Matero won the Zambian Basketball League title for an unprecedented 12th time, and Ferroviario won the LMB championship for the 6th time. So 2 dynasties going at it. With the opening tip going out of bounds, it'll be Ferroviario ball. They'll go from left to right, and Matero Magic will go from right to left. Game will soon be underway. And now it is. Away we go. This is Joshua Thomas, who ended up with 24 points. They swing it around the perimeter to start things off. Thomas having trouble, guarded by Lars Ishimwe. Drives to the lane, left side, as the shot clock expires, and Matero Magic get their first touch of the ball. Up the floor, Mark Silin. Ishimwe, who played great defense on the first possession not so long ago. Down low, Ishimwe fades away and gets the first bucket of the game. Lars Ishimwe, their star shooting guard, gets things going. It is 2-0. Down to the lane, shot no good. Uran Biasi trying to tip it back into the play, and now up the floor is Thielman. Thielman on the pass. Beautiful spin move from Ishimwe, but he could not put it down. Quick turnover, picked up by Boyd. Ishimwe, right corner, cuts inside. Boyd asking for help. Takes it in himself. Met by the double, draws the foul. It's an offensive foul on Boyd, so he'll give the ball back to Ferroviario. Ferroviario leads 2-0 in the early stages of this game. And they reverse the decision. Boyd drew the foul. It'll be back to Matero ball. Here's a shot. That's good for Aaron Johnson. Aaron Johnson calls long range, and they're up 3-2. Downstairs, Ubisi fouled. And he'll have 2 free throws coming up. First free throw rattles out of there for Ubisi. Yesterday in the 34-point victory against the Basket Hounds, Ferroviario shot 39% from the field, which has to be bothersome going in deep in the Group E phase of this tournament. Ferroviario, they have the lead. This is Boyd. Boyd to Salin. They swing it deep. They are ahead 5-1. And they turn it over. Quick check from Ashimwe, but driving down the lane is Joshua Thomas, who doesn't get it to fall. He'll stay with Ferroviario. Played more than 2 minutes in the game. Currently the score shows 5-1. Get another foul down low. This time around, A.A. Mungwambe will head to the line. The double-double machine yesterday against the Basket Hounds. 12 points, 12 rebounds, 2 steals. He gets the first one to go. 5-2 in favor of Matero Magic. We're having trouble with our live stats. We'll try to get that up for you as soon as we can. In the meantime, Mugwambe's second free throw goes down. There was a whistle, but it does not negate the free throw. It is 5-3 in favor of the team with the ball, Matero Magic. The Zambian Basketball League champions for the 12th time, looking for their first berth in the B.A.L. Swing pass ahead right in front of the bench. Skip pass ahead to Johnson for 3. And the southpaw shooter knocks it down. From three-point land, it is 8-3 Magic. Nice crossover dribble, and down the lane is K. Buchum. One of the 3 players that scored in double-digit figures yesterday. Reduced their deficit to 3, and Shimwe all alone. Gets the crossover on the right side and puts it in. 10-5 is the score. Thomas passes it far away. Alley-oop back to Thomas. Puts his feet down and puts it off the glass and in. Both teams not letting up in the scoring department in the paint early on. A 3-point game. Mark Salin thought about the 3, swings it back to Ashimwe, who in turn gives it up. The pass over, and there's a foul. A lot of driving in the lane for the Matero Magic and the Ferroviario de Beira. In the first 3.5 minutes in the first. Omar Thielsmans will have his chance to shoot too. Looking at the upcoming schedule for the Magic, they will face the Basket Hounds tomorrow, followed by a bout with the Johannesburg Giants and the Bravehearts to wrap up their schedule. And Thielsman gets the first one down. Both teams with victories from yesterday. Second free throw doesn't go for Thielsman. 1 for 2 to the trip. It is 11-7 in favor of the Magic. Fake by Buchum, and he fires it again and scores. He scores it from right around the elbow. A fast start to this one. Mark Salin on the right side, looking from the screen from Boyd, cuts through, goes for the floater, misses. And here comes Josh Thomas, who's picked up by Ashimwe, who's all alone for the triple. That's off the mark, picked up by Mungwambe. Mungwambe, skip pass ahead, that goes down for Ubisi. Ferroviario using their bigs early as they make a comeback. We're knotted up at 11. Here's Thielsman again. Just went 1 for 2 at the line. Skips through everybody and gets it in. The pressure is on, definitely, as Matero gets the lead back. Thomas cuts inside, loses control. Back come the Magic. It's a 3-on-2. Here's a 3 on the way. Put her there. And that's the kind of magic Matero's been looking for to kick things off. Lars and Shimway leading the charge, and the Magic take a lead as Ferroviario takes a timeout. A 3 from Lars and Shimway has broken things up for Ferroviario. Matero leads 16-11. A few minutes into this game, and it's been a very good one to say the least. These kind of fast starts have to be an omen as to how this game could go the rest of the way. But we've only played about almost 5 minutes into the game, so anything could happen. But it's Ferroviario Ball. They trail 16-11. Joshua Thomas, who turned the ball over that led to the Lars and Shimway 3. He has to take better control of the ball as that goes down to Ubisi, I should say. He is called for a turnover. A lot of frustration on Ferroviario's side to start the game. They make a change. It is 16-11. Shimway cooking up a play, and that's snatched away. Back comes Thomas. Doesn't make up for it, but Mugwambe does. It's back to a one-possession game with 4:35 to go in the first. Shimway met by Thomas. Swings it to Thielsman. Thielsman spins out of the key. Swings it to Johnson. And the three-point range doesn't continue. The floater alert doesn't fall. Spin move to Shimway. Swings it out. 3-ball is Shimway again. He gets 2 offensive rebounds on this, the third chance for the Magic. Johnson, he slips a little bit, but kicks it out to Salin right on time. Great ball movement, and it pays off. That is beautiful basketball to a T. Despite one player being out of the play, they were able to swing it over. Jump hook is good for Chandler Orikati. Chandler Oriaki with the jump hook. Things continue to pick up. Thielsman sets the screen left side. Johnson with a bullet pass down low to Thielsman. He wasn't ready for that one. And Ferroviario gets it back with 3:27 to go. Mark Salin checking out. Three-point game. Here's a step and a shot. That's good. We are tied at 18. Ferro has to be comfortable with ball movement and the trust in their players. Elijah Mukalabi steps in and gets fouled. 2 free throws on the way for Mukalabi. We're watching Group E play in the East Division of the Road to B.A.L 2026 on the FIBA YouTube channel. We're glad you're tuning in as we wrap up day 2 of our coverage. Second free throw doesn't go. It'll stay with the Magic. Most of Ferro's lineup thought the ball was going to go the other way, but they went back. Mukalabi down to Boyd. A tough take, but it ends with a pretty result. That's snatched away courtesy of Johnson. Ishimwe up and no good. He blows the tire on the steal. We're down to less than 3 minutes remaining in what has been a very fast-paced first quarter. The swing and the 3 is no good. Thomas gets it back. Second chance coming up. Mugwambe puts it in. An easy 3 for Ayad Mugwambe. He is heating up. A quick step in, and now it's Mukalabi. Looking for help. Shot clock reads 5. Ishimwe drives. Wide crossover dribble. Takes too much time crossing over, but still gets it down. And a play like that must have broken the sound barrier for just a split moment. Thomas can't answer back. Gilio Chirombe has checked in for Ferro. Another 3. That goes sky high. Rebound picked up, and back come the Magic. Ishimwe almost turned it over, and it was last touched. The officials are saying it's the last touch by the Magic, but it appeared to be swiped by Ferroviario. They're saying it's a backcourt violation. We'll see what they decide. We did see a Ferro player attempt to steal it right into the backcourt. And even the coaching staff of Ferro can't believe it. So from where it stands right now, it will still be Magic ball. 1:34 remaining in the opening quarter, and what a quarter has been. Matero Magic 22, Ferroviario da Beira 21. It will be Elijah Mukalabi to toss the ball in. Ishimwe wide open and does not have any trouble getting it in. Mukalabi down to Thielsman as he goes to the glass again. Pass to Ermelino Novella, who gets his first chance at a shot. That doesn't go. Ishimwe dances, scoops it over to Boyd. Was asking for a foul, but will not get it as we approach the final minute of the play in quarter number 1. And the jam by Mugwambe. He has picked up a lot of steam in the last couple of minutes. The slimmest of all possible leads is 1 point, and that's what the Magic have. Ding Sile open, but it's Corey Boyd who takes it over Oriaki. There is no stop in Corey Boyd. It will be Corey Boyd at the line. Here is Boyd. The end one is good. And the Magic take a 2-possession lead. And out comes Omar Thielsman. He's been fighting hard underneath the rack within the first 10 minutes of play. Half a minute to go, first quarter. Here is Hilario Malale. Malale gets the rock back. Gets close to the lane, goes for the jump pass, and that's good from downtown. A close game as we wind down the first quarter. Let's watch it. Boyd with the footwork, gets denied. Oh, and Chandler Oriaki lets him know whose house it is. 4 1/10 seconds to go in the first. The Magic holding on to a 1-point lead. Here's the play. Chirombe flirting with the baseline. Trying to deflect the pass. They won't get it. Bounce pass to Sayal. Sayal has that blocked with 1 second to go. That'll count if it goes. It's no good. So the Magic hold on to a 27-26 lead over Ferro at the end of the first. We'll have the second quarter for you when we continue. The Matero Magic lead 27-26 as we're set to begin the second quarter. Aaron Sanders on the call on the FIBA YouTube channel. It's been a very heated game so far. The Matero Magic currently being led by Corey Boyd and Larson Shimwe, and Ferroviario being led by Ayad Mugwambe. We unfortunately do not have any live stats to tell you how many points the players have scored, because there was one time where these two teams were exchanging buckets. But we are working on that, and as soon as we get that up and running again, we'll let you know the lowdown when it comes to these two teams. In the meantime, just getting things ready for the second quarter. Chongo Chona will start the second quarter, along with Jacob Mushinji. Ermelino Novella will guard Mushinji, along with Hilario Malale. Both teams successful in their opening matches in Group D competition. The Magic defeating the Dolphins, and Ferro defeating the Basket Hounds by 34. There's Corey Boyd upstairs. Slicing move leads into a turnover, and here comes Ferro again on the move. Mogwambe misses the easy deuce, and Chona saves it. Ball nearly taken away, and now it is by Mogwambe, the leading scorer. Here's the kick out, and it was intended for Novella, but nobody was there. So after a rapid-fire start of the first quarter, we have a sloppy start to the second from both teams. Boyd with a cutting Mushinji. Sile in the lane and throws it away. Pass up to Mogwambe. Up the timeline, Ubisse. Ferro with good ball movement. Doesn't pay off with Malale missing it from downtown. We are scoreless in the second quarter. The Magic lead 27-26. Interior pass for Boyd. That doesn't go. Ball picked up by Chona as he flirts with the timeline. Underneath is Boyd once again. He will shoot two. Corey Boyd, a force in the front court, with another trip at the free throw line. This is the first one. You know, there's a lot of perks and opportunities if you subscribe to the FIBA YouTube channel and become a member. We have 3 tiers, from rookie, elite, and MVP. So why not partake on that opportunity right now on the FIBA YouTube channel? You'll be able to see all the outstanding tournaments in the world of FIBA today, and you can watch the great basketball players around the world today as well. Corey Boyd goes 1 for 2 at the foul line. Makes it a 28-26 game. Mogwambe asked for the ball and got it, and immediately sends it to Oriaki. Fadeaway is no good. Malale locating the ball, loose ball on the floor, and Ferro recovers. 3 outside, that's good, and it's Ferro who takes the lead, and it's been a while since they've been able to say that. Mushinji to Thielsman at the corner. Top of the key, Chona, and he loses control. There's been a lot of turnovers between these two teams to start the second. Somebody has to take control. Malale flat on the three. .7:43 to go as we take this timeout. Ferroviario taking a 29-28 lead early on in the second quarter. They're capitalizing on a lot of turnovers from Matero, and that could be breaking up, but Thielsman misses the finger roll. Novella up the floor. Josh Thomas back in the game. Here's a swing out. Novella gets it down. A three-point barrage so far for Ferroviario de Beira. They're up by 4. Ishimwe asking for help. Thielsman left side. And gets the give and go and almost got the poster on it. He draws the foul. 2 free throws are coming up. That would have been a dandy pick and roll set up for Omar Thielsman. Taking Sile out of the ball game so far for Matero. And Thielsman connects on the first. We have played exactly 3 minutes in the second quarter. Ferroviario de Beira leads 32-28 against the Matero Magic. Thielsman can't hit the second. And most of the times the Magic have been at the line, they have gone 1 for 2. Again, another possession, barely breaks a 5-second count. Shona straight away. 3-pointer's good. And it's back to a tie, 32 all in the second. Give and go, Biasi. And a swing out. Shot missed on the side by Novella. Another chance for Ferro. Nice fake out from Malale. Goes to the hole and draws a foul. Still in the second quarter. 2-point lead for Ferroviario. Nice spin move from Thielsman, and he loses another one. Quick breakaway outside for Ferroviario. Mokalabai right on top, but it's a foul. Ovella will look to expand this lead. Largest lead that Ferroviario has had is 4, and they're trying to regain that lead. They're up by 3. It will stay at 3. Last touch by Mokalabai off of the miss. Quick cut. Leads to a wide open Chirombe up top. A wide open look. That's off the front. And up the floor, Mokalabai all the way. Nobody to help him. The moment he turned the corner on the sideline, he was good as gone with the two-handed flush. Here's a fadeaway from Thomas. And that deflates a little bit of the air from the previous throwdown. Here's Ishimbi for 3. Yes. And he lets the crowd know all about it as the Magic regain the lead. Underneath, a hard take from Thomas will get him back at the line. After a sloppy first couple of minutes in the second, things are starting to pick up between Ferroviario and the Magic. Josh Thomas, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and change when they won against the Basket Hounds yesterday. But they have to keep in mind of their shot choices. They shot below 40% yesterday. And the shooting guard gets the first. Magic return to the elbows. And Thomas goes 1 for 2. A lot of 1 for 2s at the foul line for both of these teams today. Ishimwe. And Ovella can't believe it. He thought he had a clean strip, but not this time. Both teams with one more foul to give before they're put over the limit. 5:18 to go until halftime. It's been a very good one so far to wrap up day 2 of our coverage. Here's Boyd with the jumper. No good. Mokalabai tried to fight for it, but he was out-muscled. Chest pass ahead. The spin move from Nurmade. Ismail Nurmamade. 40-37. Ferroviario up top. Halfway into the second quarter. Here's the move. And the foul. Omar Thielsman taking a hit on his way to the lane. Crowd not happy with the call, and Omar Thielsman drains the first. Either way, it will be a one-possession game following the trip. Thielsman. And it's been a while since we've seen a player hit both free throws, but Thielsman gets it down, and they trail 40-39, and Ferroviario de Beira will take a timeout. We are deep in the second quarter. Ferroviario will have the ball when we come back. More than halfway gone in the second quarter. Ferroviario leads 40-39, and they have the ball. Thomas, overhead pass, the dump underneath, and that doesn't go down. Thielsman with another clean look down the lane, and he attacks the basket. Thomas goes behind the back on Ishimwe. Nice fake out. The dribble, the shot, the miss. Ball tipped in by K. Bucho. He had 12 of those yesterday against the Basket Hounds. Corey Boyd going mano-a-mano with Helton Ubise. Swings it to Ishimwe instead. And can't drain the three this time. Tip in, no good. Thomas fights for the ball and swings it over his head down deep to Mugwambe. He misses. The second tip doesn't go either. Everything is happening. We're down to 3:34 remaining until halftime. Ferroviario de Beira leading 42-41 against the Matero Magic. Two franchises known as dynasties in their respective league. For Ferroviario, who's representing Mozambique, they won the LMB championship for the 6th time in order to make it here. The Magic, the B.A.L champions for the 12th time, but have yet to make an appearance in the B.A.L. Second free throw is up and in. It is 44-41. Mokalabai explodes to the lane and gets the finger roll. Here's B.A.L for three, picked up by Mugwambe, and it will stay with Ferroviario. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. There's a foul, and Kay Busham just knocked down the first free throw. Or Ismail Nurmamade, my mistake. Second free throw goes in. Down to the final 3 minutes in the second quarter. And a good matchup so far. Boyd met by the double team and passes it instead. The swing out to Thielsman. The dish, the three is no good. Ubisse picks up the loose ball. Bounce pass and a fake out from Mugwambe, who gets in close and gets two more. Ishimwe to Thielsman. Thielsman with a deep pass underneath. One pass too many, with Corey Boyd losing control. Here's the jumper. Doesn't go down, and Ubisse doing all he can to keep the ball in play, and he does. Mugwambe got it. And things are definitely opening up for Ferroviario as they have their largest lead of the game. 51-43. Salen, one of the starters, back on the floor. And he gets into the far corner. Thielsman bullets one to Ishimwe and did not pay attention to the shot clock. They turn it over on the 24-second count. Mugwambe not online for that one. Final minute and a half. Boyd. Now it's back to Ishimwe. We have a stoppage of play with less than 42 seconds to go. They will reset the one of the clocks. Shot clock will now read 18. So the Magic will play it from the side. Salen looking. Spin move from Thielsman, who's trying to locate somebody. And it's a Shimway. Juking, goes for the hook, and gets the foul. Lars Shimway silent in the second quarter after getting a couple of shots down in the first. .23 seconds to go in the second. Shot clock and game clock running loose. They're down to 10. Here's a feed to Abissi as he takes a tumble. Free throws now for Helton Ubissi. Largest lead for Ferroviario was 8. They're trying to get back to that number. Ubissi gets the first. Here's another one from Ubissi. That's good. 53-45 with 9 seconds to go. A plethora of changes dealing with the backcourt of Ferroviario. Giulio Chirombi has checked in. Down to 4. Here's a Shimwe. Drop pass underneath to Mutombe. And the signals indicate it will be Ferroviario ball. No, matter of fact, it's a foul. So a foul with 1.7 to go in the second quarter. And the free throw too hard for Mutombe. And the second is good. 1 second to go. Thomas flings it away. And that goes beyond the backboard to wrap up the half. Ferroviario de Beira leads 53-46 against the Matero Magic. He'll step aside for a break. It is halftime. This is Aaron Sanders. More action from Group E in the East Division. Road to B.A.L. 2026 will continue on the FIBA YouTube channel. It is 53-46 as Ferroviario de Beira leads the Matero Magic as we're set to go for the third quarter. Aaron Sanders on the call as we continue coverage of Group E play in the East Division of the road to B.A.L 2026. A lot of scoring, rapid-fire scoring in the first 20 minutes of action. First quarter started out very hot. Second quarter, pretty much sloppy, but Ferroviario took the reins, and they hold on to a 7-point lead as we start the third. Ferroviario being led by Josh Thomas. Here's the setup shot. That doesn't go. A rebound pulled down by Lars Shimwe, who had a silent second quarter. And Corey Boyd could not control the ball. These two teams started out on a high note yesterday. The Magic defeating the Dolphins 68-59, and Ferroviario winning 94-60 against the Basket Hounds. And so far, Ferroviario holding on to the lead. They were down for most of the first half, but they pulled through in the final few minutes of the second. Here's Josh Thomas putting the moves on his Shimwe. Fake out from Oriaki. Quick fake on the three, and the dribble turned over. And picked up again by Ferroviario. They beat the clock. But nothing goes down. Mark Salin has the ball. The Magic have their starting five back on the floor to start the third. Thielsman playing a little bit of hopscotch, and it results in a turnover. Here's Thomas. At the corner again. One dribble and a shot that goes down. Nine-point lead now for Ferroviario. That is the largest lead in the game. Mark Salin will put it in. Great pass around to the corner. Shot goes off the side of the backboard. Boyd hits the deck and has that taken from him. Buchum fouled by Johnson. Big hip check, as if he was anticipating Buchum to turn around and move with the basketball. Here's Thomas, and now it's back to Buchum. Buchum with a couple of buckets in the second. Thomas, denied entry inside, fires it from the key, doesn't hit. And back come the Magic. Back to full strength, Boyd. Boyd plays it to Salin. And we'll see what the officials decide here. It will still be Magic ball. Here's Johnson, two passes underneath. Boyd, the donut missed the coffee, but he follows up on a rebound. With almost 3 minutes in the second half, the Magic trailing by 9. Boyd, second chance at the paint, falls short, pulled up by Ashimwe. He's having trouble. Skip out, kick out, 3-ball, no. Ahead of the floor is Thomas. Thomas takes it in himself again. Using the backboard as leverage. He gets 2 more for his troubles. Lars Ashimwe asking for an unsportsmanlike foul. We weren't able to catch the action from deep in the corner right in front of the Ferro bench. But it doesn't appear that the Magic will get the unsportsmanlike foul they wanted. Once again, an unsportsmanlike foul would mean 2 free throws for Matero and possession. The second team foul for Ferroviario. It is a regular foul for now. We could not see what the foul in question was. There's still conversations going on. And now it looks like the Magic will bring it in underneath the basket, which they will. Ashimwe will pass. Ilsman is open, and they throw it away. And it's back up from the Magic. 2 steals and 1. The alley-oop to Thielsman. Up high and down hard. Omar Thielsman giving the Magic a run to start the third. Here's the pass to Thomas. Thomas, laser focused with 8 to shoot. Swings it back to Buchum. Buchum in trouble and gets a foul with 3 ticks on the shot clock. And a 5-second violation is called on Ferro. Most of the crowd not happy with the call. Nonetheless, it works in the Magic's favor. Salen fakes, plays it to Thielsman. Thielsman met at the rim by Oriaki. 2 huge stops from him, but the Magic still have the rock. Tie up. And the possession arrow belongs to the Magic. How about Chandler Oriaki? Made a huge stop. And then a rejection on the second chance. Ferroviario holding on to the lead. 5:50 remaining in the third. This is the third and final game in day 2 of competition in the road to B.A.L's Group E phase in the East Division. Pull-up tray, no good for Salen. But it will go to Ferroviario regardless. Thomas played closely by Ashimwe. Thomas having trouble cutting into the right side. Goes left instead. Goes for the spin. Fades away. Put her there. Silky smooth was that jump shot. And Ferroviario now leads by 11. Here's the pass to Mukalabai. And the air ball controlled by Ferroviario. Joshua Thomas almost threw it down, but he draws contact. That's twice we have almost seen a poster. And we're going to have a technical foul after the foul. Someone said one word too many. Either that or the magic words. There's some conversations going on with Ubisi and Elijah Mukalabe. Both players trying to cool down both teams. We have played 4 minutes and 10 seconds here in the second half. It will be Joshua Thomas at the line. Thomas will hit the 2 free throws off of his foul and will have a technical free throw. Second one for Thomas. Good as gold. Perhaps we won't get the technical free throw. I'm assuming that the technicals were on one player each on both the teams, and they must have offset. Therefore, the Magic, they have the ball. We play on. Nice three from the corner. His form compares to Ray Allen, who could catch and shoot anywhere. When he finds his spot, he's good to go. 61-51 is the score. Here's a Shimway for three. Trying to go 2 for 2 from downtown in the last couple of possessions. The clock is frozen on your screen, but I can assure you it is running. The score is the same, 4:21 to go. The running shot is good. And here comes Lars Shimway. He will take on Josh Thomas. Salin cuts to the other side. It's down deep to Boyd. Boyd with the spin move and gets it over Oriaki. While Oriaki has been causing fits for the Matero Magic, it's been Corey Boyd bailing them out below the bucket. .348 remaining. Oriaki off the glass. And it's pulled down by Jonah. Shot clock did not reset itself, so you have to imagine the Magic will inbound the ball from the side with 22 seconds on the clock. There we go. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. We'll fix the score bug. Well, the clock, that is. The score has Ferroviario leading by 10. 63-53. Both clubs will be over the limit on their next respective fouls. Dilsman swings it to Salin. Boyd outside of the key. Here's the three. That falls short. Rebound nearly pulled down by Shimway. He's had a lot of trouble, and it will be Ferroviario ball. A lot of hard hustling on the part of Ferroviario. Nice paint work, and the fadeaway doesn't go. Back comes Mark Seilin and the Magic. Boyd explodes to the lane and drives it off with the right hand. The Magic making a comeback, and they are on a run. And Ubisse fighting hard for the ball, but it's the Magic who take it. It's Mark Seilin on the other hand. He is yet to make it on the scoreboard. He may do it on this trip. He has no choice but to throw it up. Here's the dribble drive, and Boyd bullies his way to the hole. What a stunning turn of events for the Magic. And their key man has been Corey Boyd. They've been swinging it down to the paint lately. Here's a swing out pass, Malali. Malali all alone. Handful of fans up front asking for a foul. We play on. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Thielsman unable to hit. But he gets the rock again. Gets close, skips it out. The finger roll goes in. And this is the kind of game we want to have. The throwdown from Mungwabi. The Magic only had a man or two on the other side of the floor. They were caught in traffic right before the half-court line. Both teams trying to hold it down. Boyd fires away and is fouled right after the release. He took the contact and will not have to go far. Julio Chirombe set to return for Ferroviario. Crowd takes up a chant. 1:06 to go in the third, with Ferroviario de Beira leading 67-59. A close game throughout the day. Boyd, his first free throw up and no good. Day 3 of our coverage will be tomorrow, and I will be on the call when Ferroviario takes on Bravehearts. For those of you tuning in on the East Coast, that will be 9 a.m. And Boyd makes the second. And the Magic finally break the 60-point mark. Pull up three, got it. That's one way to respond. Back up to a 10-point game. Bounce pass down low, Boyd. Boyd met by the double team, asking for the ball again. Swung over, three, Thielsman, no good. And picked up by Malali. Malali gunning with all of his might. Pull up three, again. Terrific response after fouling Corey Boyd. It is 73-60. One of the largest leads today. Baseball pass to Chona. Reverse layup is good. Score it and the foul. And that could be the way the Magic come back into this game. The rest of the team have seen Corey Boyd dominate there. But now, if the rest of the players could come to grips with attacking inside, they could come back to this game. Down to 7, it's a turnover, and Thielsman takes it away. Clock reads 3. Down to 2. Down to one is Shimway with all of his might at the horn. No good. There is a foul at the buzzer. Foul drawn by Shimway with no time left in the third. And the Magic could head into the fourth quarter trailing by under 10 points should Shimway hit one of the free throws. At first, it didn't appear that Shimway would get a shot off in time. But the officials saw the contact. And Lars Shimway will wrap the third quarter up at the line. Ferroviario with the lead. They have put a tenth of a second back on the clock. Shimway makes the first. And he goes through his free throw routine. Second one is good. It will be an 8-point Ferroviario lead to end the third quarter. 73-65 is the score. Fourth quarter coming up. (73-65) in favor of Ferroviario, and here comes the fourth quarter to wrap up day two of our coverage of Group E play in the East Division of the road to B.A.L. And Thomas is called for a backcourt violation. It appeared that Ferroviario, one of their players, touched it last. And we had a similar play earlier in the game. And one of the mop men take care of business. And it's magic ball. Omar Thielsman and Mark Salin very busy in the second half. Here's Lars Ashimwe. Three goes way off, and it's pulled down by Novela. Thomas guarded by Salon. Ball nearly taken away by Thielsman. Shot clock down to 9. Thomas, right elbow, no good. Boyd, a bullet pass the other way. Shot doesn't fall. Ubisse on the board. Okay, Buchum. It's out to Elvis Huana, who blows the finger roll, and it's put in by Ubisse. The second chance works out, with Ferroviario still ahead. They lead by 10. Boyd, the entry pass, and now it's Salin way outside, no good. It's ahead to Thomas, who jams it down. Makes it 77-65. Salin wide open. That has to be good this time, and it's not. Waited patiently. Defense was taken away from him. Weak side defense definitely exposed. But then again, you have to imagine if Mark Salin could have taken a step or two inside. But it's out of sight, out of mind as we take a timeout early on in the fourth. He'll stay with Ferroviario. Thomas looking. Gets it back from Novela. He's having trouble. Shot clock late. He pulls up and misses. And a huge save thrown away. Aaron Johnson falling out of bounds. Threw it behind his shoulder. And out of bounds. Ferroviario with the ball again. They have 14 seconds on the shot clock since it's back their way. Did not go anywhere, and an offensive foul is called. That's the first of the quarter for any of the teams. Ishimwe busy today. Gets the rock back. One-handed pass, 3, and a foul. And if it is on the shot, he has 3 free throws to work with. And he will. Substitutions coming up for Ferroviario. And it looks like Ayad Mungwambe has checked back in. Says hello to one of the fans in Lusaka. First free throw, a tough one. Tough break on the first free throw from Elijah Mukalabai. Second one is in. And now Kay Busham saying hello to a couple of the fans too. Mukalabai 1 for 2 in this trip. Will he make it 2 for 3? And he does. Whistle on the play, but it doesn't matter. They go 2 for 3 on the trip. The Magic still into this ball game. Thomas breaking free from Ishimwe and gets it in. A simple move and a simple result. It is 79-67. Remember, Ferroviario scored 94 in their win against the Basket Hounds yesterday. Pull up, no good. And the Magic, they have 67 right now. They scored 68 in their win against the Dolphins yesterday. And Boyd has that snatched away from him right off the pass. Ovela looking to the right side, was seeking a bounce pass until it went awry. Clock continues to tick, 6:30 remaining in regulation. The Magic down by 12. One dribble and shot, no. Boyd outmanned for the rebound. Thomas out to the races. Quick lead pass, and now it's Mugwambe. 3, got it. A huge 3. As Ferroviario is now at 82. Mukalabai with another kick pass. Jonah pulls it down, and they'll count the basket. Great effort from Chongo Chona, who's looking to complete the three-point play. He doesn't, but the Magic are already on the other side of the court. They're ready to lock down on defense. They're under pressure right now. Ball nearly taken away, and it is courtesy of Ishimwe. 2-on-2 coming up. Nice spin move down to the lane. The finish doesn't go. And now Mugwambe having trouble. He slipped the moment he put the ball on the ground. Underneath, Upise. There's a foul and a little trip up between Upise and Mukalabai. Things are getting heated. Mukalabai and Upise making the smart decision of going their separate ways. It will be the Matero Magic ball. We're almost halfway in the fourth quarter. The time for talk is over because the Magic They'll have to put up a handful of buckets to make this a ball game once again. Django Chona checks out and Omar Thielsman checks in. That adds more depth to the Magic lineup. And of course, with Corey Boyd on the floor, that's going to ease things a little bit downstairs. It's Shimway. Misses the floater. The shot clock continues. Boyd gets it from Lars. Overhead pass. Thielsman. No. Rebound picked up by Johnson. Thielsman. Tough take. That doesn't fall. Johnson taking his time. The spin move from Nuramame doesn't go. Rebound picked up and put down by Ubisi. And the Magic are hurting right now in the paint. There's been no response. Corey Boyd was not seen on the play. It is 84-69. Thielsman Euros his way to the lane and misses. That has to be the fifth easy layup the Magic have missed in this game so far. It is hurting them, because if they would have made all 5 of those layups, they would only be down by 5. Instead, they're down 15. Mugwambe knew he missed that. He followed up. Thielsman gets an easy dunk. And that is the easiest look they will get all day. It is 84-71, 3:36 remaining. Ferroviario de Beira will have the ball when we return. .330 remaining in the fourth. Ferroviario with the lead and looking to go 2-0 in Group E play. Kay Busham gets enough space, but doesn't get the floater to go. The Magic have been playing catch-up for the majority of the second half. And they blow another layup. And a second one. Mukalabai having issues at the rack. But he may be bailed out. Helton Ubise not in a good move after that foul. It'll be Mark Salin at the line. The Magic have scored more points than when they did in the 68-59 win against the Dolphins yesterday, and Mark Salin's free throw falls flat. It was a technical foul. That's why Salin went for the line first. And now it will be Elijah Mukalabai. Left-handed shooter drills the first one. The Magic running out of time, but they have plenty of opportunities. If they do go down to the basket again, they have to finish strong. They've had some issues. They've missed 6 layups today, which could have been easy ones. Magwambe skips to the lane. Met by Thielsman. Swings it back to Thomas. Thomas pump fakes and puts it in. Joshua Thomas, we haven't said his name much when it comes to scoring in the second half, but he's been able to be the conductor for this Ferroviario team. Another lane drive from Mukalabai. Works in his favor. He'll go to the line for the and one. Mukalabai drills the and one. Back to 10 points. That's the difference with 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Thomas, played by Johnson, brings it back up with 7 to shoot. Catch and shoot goes down for Buchum. A Buchum bucket makes it 88-76. Salin taking all 3 defenders instead of getting it to Mukalabai, who gets the finger roll. An awkward angle, but he drove it in. Thomas asked for the ball and got it, looking for the hip check from Johnson. Makes him land on his keister. Chest pass ahead. Thielman gets left in the dust. The J doesn't fall. The rebound pulled down by Salin. Salin also looking for the hip check from Novela. He has 2 free throws to his name coming up. They can make this a 3-possession game if they're successful. Here comes free throw number 1. Steps in and goes a little too strong. Goes off the heel. Goes a little softer on the second free throw, and they get it. Big opportunity for both teams. Thomas on the high pass. And there is a foul with 77 seconds to go. Novela still looking for the unsportsmanlike foul. We'll see what the officials determine. It is a common foul, and Ferroviario will have it on the sideline. They could put it away with a 3. They will not go beyond the arc this time. They will drive it in and get contact. Still a 9-point game with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. Only a few seconds have been shaven off on the last stoppage of play. And unfortunately, the live stats are malfunctioning, and we're unable to give you that kind of information right now. The free throw bounces in. Second free throw is good. Ferroviario omitted an 8 seconds away from going up 2-0 in Group E play in the East Division. The Magic have called in a timeout and will continue after this. The Magic have a minute and 8 seconds to drum up an improbable comeback. They trail by 11. They'll have the ball past the sideline. Day 2 of the road to B.A.L. Group B play. The East Division comes down to what has been an epic game. Quick cut to the lane, doesn't go, but foul is called. And that only takes away 3 seconds. Quick rapid fire play from Elijah Mukalabe. When the Magic prepare for their game against the Basket Hounds tomorrow, they'll have to look back at this game and realize the amount of times the game has gone wrong for them. From wide open layups being missed to not a lot of players picking up on the perimeter play defensively. And the free throws for sure will definitely have to be looked into in the next 24 hours. Mukalabe goes 2 for 2 at the line. 90-81 is now the score. And we're down in the stretch with a minute to go. Mugwambe going lightning speed, lickety split. And the pass out to Thomas. Thomas drives inside. That could do it as he gets it in. An easy look again. And as I mentioned, the defense just collapsing on the part of the Magic. Salin goes straight away on the shot. That doesn't go, and this could be the icing on the cake. Thomas pulls it back. Ferroviario with 92 points. They score here. A bucket would tie them for 94, which what they got against the Basket Hounds. And a quick foul as Mugwambe takes all of it. 26.1 seconds to go. Is Shimway. Looks like they'll reset the shot clock. They're going to move it to 13. So they'll take a second off. It's out to Thomas. Last touch by Shimway. And one more timeout of the game will give Ferroviario and the Magic a chance to drop a play. Technically, Ferroviario could go for a, well, I was going to say a 2-for-1 opportunity, but with the shot clock at 14, that's highly unlikely. They could dribble out the shot clock And at that point, that will be all. There'll be about 8 or 9 seconds remaining, but that would not be enough for a comeback for the Magic. The Matero Magic move on tomorrow to play against the Basket Hounds. They have never played in the B.A.L, but Ferroviario has twice. They're looking to make it a third time after being out for 2 seasons. They lost in the quarterfinal round back in 2023 and appeared a year before that. They won their 6th LMB championship in order to get back to the road to B.A.L. And the Magic, they are the Diamond Darlings of the Zambia Basketball League after clinching their 12th championship earlier this year. The road to B.A.L continues right until the middle of December, so plenty of action, and you'll see all the games on the FIBA YouTube channel. Shot clock reads 9, bounce pass to Mugwambe. Mugwambe holding on to it, 2 on the shot clock. The fall away goes down, and that will do it. The Magic push up the floor immediately, and it's out to Silent. The officials telling the Ferroviario bench to sit down. It is almost over, but it's all but academic with a second to go. They have knocked the clock down to a 10th. Nonetheless, 92-81. Ferroviario will go up with a 2-0 record, and the Magic 1-1. And it was a very close game right up until halftime, and Ferroviario dominated in the third quarter, did the same in the fourth. They sensed a comeback from the Matero Magic, but they stayed poised. In a game where there wasn't a lot of fast break opportunities, there was more set plays and ball movement. Mark Salin will get one more free throw out of this, and he puts it in with 5 seconds to go. And Salin was looking for the steal, trying to attempt one more shot, but it will be a 9-point victory for Ferroviario de Beira. 2-0. That's where they stand right now. The horn goes as Ferroviario de Beira defeats the Matero Magic, as the quest for the road to B.A.L continues throughout the week. 94-83 is the final score. And this concludes day 2 of our coverage of the road to B.A.L in the East Division. More Group B action will come tomorrow. We have a 3-game lineup, of course, and I will be on the call when Ferroviario de Beira takes on the Bravehearts Basketball Club tomorrow. That will be 9 a.m. on the East Coast. So we hope you enjoyed our coverage for yet another day here on the FIBA YouTube channel. We thank you all for tuning in, and remember, there are plenty of good sports out there, so you be one too. Thank you all to the fans tuning in on the FIBA YouTube channel, to Coco and Ollie and the rest of our fans around the world. This be Aaron Sanders saying so long from the road to B.A.L 2026.